Hello everybody, welcome to maybe the last, I don't know, Cobalt core stream for now. I played a lot off stream like I said I was gonna do, and as you can see we unlocked every memory, only not the final parry memory. The reason why it's parry is just random, there is no reason for that, so I don't think the order really matters when it comes to which you unlock them, but you will still get different information from every single one of them. I mean, we're not going to watch all of them, you're right, because it will take a long time. Maybe once we got the final one, I don't know, if I'm just going to do a video where you're going to see every single memory. No idea actually if we're going to do that. But basically this is the conclusion of the story, I guess. So we're going to play with Ares. I also unlocked the Tide Runner, also bought a few runs with that. Stick to hard just to save some time, because I think, I mean, you can imagine, right, every single memory here is a one run, so it does take, and a run takes roughly between 1 and 1.5 hours, so yeah, basically this is a lot of time invested, so playing on harder would just make it harder to unlock probably the final character. I have no idea. Okay, so let's start. I'm just going to use these guys here. They're quick and efficient, and didn't play the game in a few days, so I hope I'm still kind of okay at the game. Okay, we got these two cards. Oh, right, the game should be super quiet, sorry. Change that. Okay, that should be fine. Still love the music. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit on my end. Yeah. Yeah, what is my impression of the game, right? Because I played so much off stream. I really like it. I think the deck diversity maybe is a bit lower than I would like. So there are different deck types you can make, and you can also combine them. But it does feel like every run it tends up to gravitate towards a certain style for me, so it doesn't feel like as varied as it could be. It is very consistent to when it comes to how to build your stuff, and it's still very fun, but it's not maybe as deep and complex as you might have hoped at the start. So it is basically a very fun game, but I wouldn't expect to get 1,000 hours of fun out of it. More maybe like 50 to 100 if you really are into the idea. And most people probably, if they want to unlock every memory, it's going to be maybe like, I mean, what did I play, Remy? That's a good baseline. I might have left the game open in the background, but I did play for 30 hours. So I guess usually if you really like the game, you're going to play something between 30 and 50 hours, I guess. But of course you can play for more, but I still think it's not like, say, the Spire where you're gonna spend like 1,000 hours or something like that, because every build is like super sick and hard to get, and it's just a bit more minimalistic, which is great, but it's still worth mentioning, right? Because you don't have any currency, you don't have a lot of, you know, economy in the game. It's always very easy to predict what's gonna happen. And I can tell you how I play the game at the moment. It's very simple. I play the game around the idea that defense comes first, right? So, okay, this might not have seemed like that, but I mean, if you don't know what the game's about, I explained all of that in an older video, so this is basically the end. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to go into too much of the details, but it's pretty easy to grasp by watching, I guess, because it's very simple. But in a good way, right? It also sounds negative, it's not negative. Right, so my priority is to defend myself, right? So I want to be careful about getting hit, and I want to stack as much mobility as possible. So that changed a bit, right? Before I always tried to rush down the enemy, and now I'm a bit more focused on evasion and shields or whatever the characters have. In this case, it's going to be evasion. Yeah, this one can be really good, the Escalate one, but I like thin decks, right, with fast rotations. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to take any of those, and what I do here is super simple. I just look for the most elites and the most events. So what I'm going to do here It's probably just go center and then directly to the elite over there. And also shouldn't talk too much today, because yesterday I talked way too much and my voice is kind of super fucked. I don't know if I was kind of getting ill too, but anyway, today I didn't feel too great voice-wise, which almost led to me not streaming today. But I thought like I really want to finish the game, so yeah. And also I played a round of Battle Shapers off stream. And unfortunately, the game seems to have performance issues in general. The devs confirmed that on the Steam forum. So yeah, I would really look up some benchmarks or people with similar hardware as you playing the game, because if it drops so low on a 490, it might almost be unplayable in certain configurations, or it just doesn't scale well, right? Like maybe like City Skylines 2. Okay, so as always, like I said, the priority is defense here, and we're gonna dodge him easily. And I still like the banter, right? It's really, it's helpful because it gives you advice about the game, and also is written in a cute and fun fashion. Okay, here we have the opportunity to do a lot of damage if we want to. Just thinking about this one, I think I'm gonna prefer... yeah, it doesn't really matter, we don't have a lot of stuff we can do here. Yeah, and as always, the priority is going to be dodging. In this case, we unfortunately can't build any more defense, but okay. One there, going to be reduced by one by the armor over here. Okay, so he's going to build shields, which is perfectly fine, I don't care. Yeah, like I said, priority is defense, so don't go for the attack if you don't need to. Because your HP, right, is the most important part. Defeating that guy is going to be super easy anyway, so I don't need to rush it. Sure, let's this again. Yeah, like I said, I didn't play a few days, so I might make misplays, which I didn't do before. But since the game is very simplistic, I think it's very easy to remember stuff, because it's really cool, right? It's a good game just to pick up and play, because you don't need to remember too much to play it. So yeah, very intuitive controls and stuff like that. And I'm not even using WASD to move the ship around. Oh, and I also ordered the Superlight 2, which is a very small improvement, quote unquote, on the Superlight 1, the Logitech Superlight 1. And since I owned the original G Pro Superlight and was very happy with both of them, and still am with this one, the reason why I'm doing it is basically because I need a new mousepad anyway, so I thought, why not buy a new mouse too, and give this one to my girlfriend, so she has a mouse that doesn't have click issues like the old G Pro she uses that I gave her. So she's gonna get this old Superlight, which only has one issue basically, and that is that it doesn't show how much charge there is. Yeah, but otherwise 2000 hertz polling rate is nice, but there are mice with 8K I think, and the new Hero 2 sensor, which is a bit more reactive and stuff like that. All this stuff probably let's be real, it's probably not perceptible for humans anyway, but still, it's gonna arrive tomorrow, and I'll talk a bit about it. Also new, I mean, it does have some upgrades, right? It's a little bit lighter, has better glider placement, probably better, has different triggers, so they're physical and I think laser-based triggers, so optical and physical triggers combined for the clicks, the main mouse button, so it should feel a bit different and be more consistent. Really looking forward to it, right? Maybe it's a good thing. Right, I also wanted to look up one more thing before we go on here. Um, Gonna look it up quickly. Yeah, and there is plastic shine on this mouse, but you know, I don't care that much about that. I don't even know why you would care. Okay, it shines a little bit, but I don't have it that much. Maybe it's just like a chemical reaction based on your sweat type or something like that. So since the sweat compound of every human is very individual, so it might actually be something not everybody gets. But it's not that glossy, right? It is totally fine in my opinion, and yeah, I don't care either about visuals too much. Okay, but we're gonna play the game, sorry. Just a little aside here, that tomorrow we're gonna try the mouse. On what game are we gonna try it? Maybe RoboQuest, I don't know. Maybe that would be the game I could compare that have the most recent FPS gaming experience and that actually runs well, so. Okay, but let's just beat the game here. I'm kind of really distracted today, sorry. Yeah, these fights are so easy that I don't really pay a lot of attention. I just play the cards as fast as possible. Yeah, the battery is really good. Basically just free energy. Yeah, I never beat her actually. I'm really curious, maybe she is the final character, and if you beat her, she actually joins you. Yeah, I never considered that until now. Might be the case actually. Maybe we are not gonna unlock the final character. One of the most important upgrades is actually getting Scramble up, I think, if you want to focus on evasion. Because during your sessions, you're gonna notice it's super important to be able to dodge, right? We're gonna take 0 damage this round. Yeah, we don't need the energy here, right? I'm gonna keep it for an emergency or something. Yeah, and as always, Scramble, and I mean, you could also cancel the shield, but I don't care. The shield just makes the fight longer. And I think the game basically also has a mechanic that makes the shots get stronger over time, so you don't really stay forever in front of the enemy. But since there are hardly any cards that synergize, you know, with that anyway, so it doesn't really matter in my opinion. So playing endlessly is possible and doesn't really give an advantage because you can't actually, as far as I know at least. But maybe if you have keep your shield and you can buff it endlessly. I don't know how that works actually, but I don't think it does actually. So I don't think there is an endless a point to stay endlessly in front of the enemy. So playing slow is a bit more risky because you might get hit for a lot of damage, but usually it pays off because you're just buffing your defenses enough to never get actually hit. Okay, that was a mistake, but who cares? Yeah, we just lost a little bit of movement here for no reason. And like I said, I'm gonna focus completely defense first, and of course I'm still gonna try to do a lot of damage if I can, but I'm never gonna use movement to deal more damage unless I really am sure that I want to deal more damage too. Yeah, this is going really well. Like I said, and usually I don't use movement to deal damage, but here I think we have so much movement, right? Next round it's going to be a win anyway, so hopefully at least. But sometimes it doesn't happen, right? It doesn't matter. We have enough movement to compensate. We can play sloppy a little bit here in the interest of saving a little bit of time. Okay, Barrage I usually don't take, although it can be really good. But I still think that 2 energy is a bit high for a cost. This one is really good because it's going to enable us to play expensive 4 energy cards, and it's not always possible to get a deck that passively generates 4 mana. So getting energy recharge is kind of huge. Sure, I should have done the attack. I don't know what I'm thinking, sorry. Kind of scuffed. Yeah, I shouldn't play that fast because I might make a misplay just by, you know, clicking on something I don't want to click on. Alright, this one can dodge, right? Oh no, he has retaliation mechanics. Really important to actually think about. Yeah, because shooting this one would cancel this intent but get us shot, so we really have to be a bit more careful around here. But I still think this is fine, right? Oh, we still have energy. Interesting. As far as I know, these ships have infinite movement. Well, not infinite. I think if you're on the left, they might prioritize your right side. But they can move an infinite amount, I think, to your side, so you can just dodge away. I never actually tried to get to the edge of the screen, if you can actually escape battles that way. Just because I never felt the need to, but it might be possible. Yeah, that was a misplay. I should have cancelled the intent he had there. But it's fine, right? It's 1 damage. Who cares? Sure, now we won. Battle Repair is actually a really good card in my opinion because it has exhaust and gives you shield and it's really nice. Yeah, I really like it. The foot was also kind of good. I mean, this one is just a good starter, so you don't get hit at the start of the fight. These paths are almost identical, so it doesn't really matter. This one can be good, but usually it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, he says he's good at this, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know why. Sure, let's pull a card first here. Yeah, this one is a bit more of a tricky choice. You want to play this one early to get rid of it actually from your draw pile, so you don't have to draw it 2 times. But I also want to get more evasion, so it's kind of more hard. It's harder to actually tell. Yeah, we could do more damage here or take less. And usually the answer to that question is, well, at least what you want to do is usually you want to take less damage instead of taking more. But there might be a way we can do a lot of damage too. It's kind of enticing to try to go for more damage here, but I don't know if we should. Nah, I think we're just gonna play safe here. Okay. This is a big problem, actually. We just got so lucky that we had this one. Otherwise, this would have been really bad. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Almost it's got us hit for 6 damage here. Yeah, that's why I'll say always prioritize defense, so you always have a little bit of movement left. But sometimes, obviously, you're gonna be missing out on some movement because you didn't draw enough yet. So in this case, though, I think we're just gonna play these cards here to be safe. And this one just gonna double down. We could have killed him, right? So a little bit of a mistake here because I don't calculate the lethal, right? It's not like I'm playing competitive Hearthstone in top 100 legend or something where every mistake is gonna kill me. So all I do here is basically chill and relax. Yeah, and this should be the win. Okay, an extra battery or another prepare or heat wave. I mean, heat wave isn't bad. I'll be real with you. This can be really, really good. And I don't think we need the extra battery at the moment, which is always also really good. But I just think heat wave can do a bit more for us at the moment. Not good. That's really good. This is amazing. Okay. All of these are pretty good, but this one can be easily the most OP thing in the game. Yeah, you can get all the shield you want, I don't give a shit. We should play this one probably at the start, so we get rid of it. I don't intend to get hit, so... Okay. We now know it's gonna be one of the 3 parts here. Destroying this one is probably a good idea anyway, so let's just go here and shoot this. I should have done this one first, I don't know why I didn't do it, but now it doesn't matter because I fucked it up. Okay, this one's also not the weak spot, so maybe it's here, so... Let's see about that. Also not the weak spot. Because we have a lot of mobility here, I'm just gonna go for an aggressive play. Alright, so this one's gonna be brittle, so we have a lot of damage coming up here. Brittle just basically 2x's your damage. This is hot foot, which is not good in my opinion. I mean, it's not bad, right? It's also not good. Hot compress, kind of interesting. I don't like any of those, to be honest. Yeah, should we fight her once? I guess we should fight her towards the end of the run at some point, because she's always in front of the final boss. So you can basically try to make her the final boss. Your deck is really good. But usually I play kind of slow decks, right? I think a certain deck type might be able to one-shot her or something. Or you can go in with full shields, but I always need a few turns to get stronger here. Okay, upgrading cards is always important, but I kind of get the feeling that, yeah, this one, for example, is very good. It does cost a little bit more, but actually it's game changing. But we also need to get rid of the basic attacks, because they're pretty bad. They really make your deck a lot worse. I'm gonna play this one right away, so it is a bit of a downside to have it here, but it should be okay in my opinion. And the primary goal is to find the brittle spot, which might be difficult because there's there are a lot of things going on here. Yeah, the better play here is this one because we don't need the movement. Prepare or scramble. We're gonna take this and this and this, and then we're just gonna shoot once more, move once. Okay, this one is very good to play early. We're on 3 heat, doesn't really matter because we can actually remove it, and we could also just actually not care, right? It doesn't really matter that much. We're gonna take 1 damage here. I'm just gonna go for this play instead. We're at 3 again, we're gonna take 1 damage, who cares? It doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to do a perfect no damage run here. Okay, and here we have a lot of damage coming up, and in the interest of finding the weak spot, I think we're just going to do this. We didn't find it, unfortunately. Yeah, let's just look if it's here. It's also not here. Yeah, kind of unlucky, but you know, it's just RNG. Finding it can be really annoying sometimes. Okay, here as always, draw first. We need to dodge to the right anyway. So let's do this one and this one. I didn't use that one, that's smart. Gonna get hit for 2. No weak spot either here. Okay, now we can actually do 6 damage. He has 6 HP. I think the HP could be displayed permanently because or lethal is rather important, and I'm not gonna count the bars every single time. That's not good. I mean, it can be good, but in general I think it's not good. It's too slow in my opinion. This one is really good, right? This one could actually enable us to kill the shopkeeper because it almost one-shots her, right? But then again, I don't know, if you don't survive round 1, it's kind of hard. But this one would actually be one of the main strategies I currently have against her. Then again, I think the drone pilot might actually be very good because you can block her shots round 1 and you can almost cover the entire ship. So there are a few strategies, since I played the game quite a lot, that I have in mind against the shopkeeper. But yeah, this one's basically a no-brainer. That's also really good. But I like to take this one because it basically gives you a downside, so it statistically must be better. Yeah, this one's really good too. Serenity is really good. Yeah, this one is also really good. Yeah, I mean, this one's amazing actually, but getting more energy here is going to be more efficient, I think. Okay. Sure, this is start off slow here. Yeah, playing this one early is really good. Unless you have... yeah, I'm stupid. I really have to be careful with that. I'm really misplaying basic inputs here. I mean, taking a damage doesn't really matter, but I should stop doing it so often, right? Yeah, we need to get rid of those as soon as possible. And usually this is one of the easier fights in this area, so just getting rid of it now is a good idea. Yeah, we're winning, and now what I'm gonna do is stall basically, because I really want to get rid of those. It's a bit risky, we might actually get fucked for that, but I still think it's gonna help us in the long term. Just remove them from our deck here. Yeah, and we have a lot of safety right there, it's not an issue. There's no issue surviving here. Add a wave beam to your hand. I just still don't know what this actually does for us. I actually don't know, right? I mean, of course, yeah, sure. Every single time you draw it, you're gonna get 2 mana, 2 piercing attack, which is actually kind of good. Now that I think about it, this card is actually way better. I don't know why my brain didn't process the upsides when I was playing off stream. Yeah, it's a pretty good card. I want to go here or maybe here. This one has a lot of stuff going on. You know, it's 2, 2, 2, 1 here. Yeah, kind of hard to tell which one I want to go for. I think this one also has an additional question mark, so... I really don't know. I'm just gonna go with the event and then here. No, 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 no. No, thank you. Yeah, I don't care about them. Yeah, against 7 evade in turn 1 is basically already a GG, because usually the fights are designed around not having as much evasion. Right, we can heal, so the damage is kind of irrelevant. I just thought we had healing, and then was like, I don't remember. And yeah, now I remembered. Seeing the card. Heat Wave B. Yeah, Serenity is really good. Even though we would have gotten too hot here, but we didn't, so that's nice. Yeah, we can cancel it again. This one's going to do 1 damage. I don't really care too much about that, so we're just going to wait here. I don't know why I'm doing it permanently, but constantly, but it doesn't really matter. It is still stupid. I shouldn't do it. I don't know why I'm doing it. This is unfortunate because we're going to get hit for 1 here. Well, it's not unfortunate, not that bad. Yeah, I still think this is a good idea, and this fight is basically 1 right, so I assume every single fight is going to be really easy. Since the decks I usually build here are going to be really good. But we might not get the OP stuff right, so there is a chance that we actually are going to get hit sometimes, and it's going to hurt. So. But if we are lucky enough, we're gonna get a lot of good stuff. This one is amazing, where it's just an absolute no-brainer. It's basically just draw 2 additional cards. Yeah, basically playing this one round 1 enables you to get whatever you're looking for, and I'm looking for disposable stuff like this, right? This is gonna be way better. I think she has evasion turn 2. No, she doesn't. Okay, never mind. We don't need to move, we just need to attack here. Well, that's the weak spot, so let's just attack it a few more times. Yeah, and this is basically the win, easy. Fleet foot is really nice. But sometimes it can be really annoying to play. I'm not sure if I want to have it, to be honest. Because, I mean, sure, it's gonna save us. Yeah, I think it's a good card. I just thought about it. Usually it should be good. There are situations where it's gonna make our deck worse, but why does this one spawn so late? Here, for example, right? This is an absolute no-brainer when it comes to using it. Or not. Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to be smart about this. Just basically, yeah, just, you know, evade. We found the weak spot, which is not that important against this enemy because he has a natural one sometimes spawning here. Yeah, also the enemy variety is nice, but it's really, you're gonna meet the same enemies often every run, so I mean, not the same one multiple times, but the same one per run probably quite often. And since there's banter going on, it's kind of nice and you learn the patterns. But a little bit more variety wouldn't have been bad if you want to play more than 30 to 50 hours, right? But which is an amazing, you know, amount of time anyway in a game. So I don't think that is a real issue. It's more like of a just a little bit more could have made the variety way better because you could just have swapped out individual enemies more frequently and just like exponentially increasing the amount of you know, different seed quote-unquote types possible for the random number generator. Sure, I mean, we have Serenity, right? So it didn't really matter anyway. Okay, sure. This is gonna deal 1 damage. And we can deal way more, so that's really good. Yeah, the reason why I'm playing this deck, by the way, is because it is strong, right? It's just, it is a deck that tends to save a lot of time. And since I value time a lot, I think I did try out all the combinations, right? So it's not like I just played this one the moment I noticed it's good. But I did use it for the final, I think 3 or 4 memories are unlocked, so... I mean, what I mean, this deck, right? These 3 characters here are very, very efficient in my opinion when it comes to killing the enemies quickly. And every single one has a part in it, right? This one buffs this guy, and this one is just our defense guy, which has insane attack synergies too, so it can get really insane. Like, these guys have really good synergy. Sure. Never used that one, to be honest. And I also don't think it's that great. I mean, it's not bad, but it can fuck you over. If the enemy attacks with a pattern that is supposed and it's supposed to move before it, can be really bad. Yeah, this one is actually... I mean, this one can be insane too, to be honest. But this one is just basically an easy mode, so I'm just gonna take that one. I mean, a Dizzy card can be good, but I don't think it's gonna make our deck better at the moment. Because shield cards tend to be nice anyway, but... Sure, yeah, this one's gonna be okay. Just play this. Alright, he has the shield mechanic. I'm stupid. Yeah, but it's okay on this difficulty. On hard, we don't really need to focus on small details too much, so it's okay. Yeah, one big hit here is probably good in the interest of time, and because we want to dodge anyway, let's just do it this way instead. Sure. Yeah, I'm kind of really tempted to do this again just to save some time. And honestly, it's not a bad idea in my opinion. Like seriously, I don't think it's bad to do that. Because we have the heal, right? So all we're doing now is basically saving ourselves a little bit of real life time. Okay, fleet foot or exothermic release. How about none of them? Hi. Sure. I'm kind of tempted to delete a card first before upgrading it, because the upgrades tend to be not as significant as drawing a bad card. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just remove a basic attack here. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, so we're fighting rigs again. At the moment we're taking 1 damage. Which is perfectly acceptable. Yeah, let's go for Heat Wave. And maybe 1 more dodge. Yeah, the reason why I go for exhaust cards first is just to make the deck a little bit thinner, right? So even though I said I go defense first, I tend to prioritize these instead. Currently we're taking 2 damage, 1 move would make it 0. This one's interruptible anyway, so I think the play would be to go for... Actually not so sure about this one. Just being this one. I think we're just gonna go for this play instead. And hopefully next turn we're gonna find the weak spot and do a ton of damage here. Yeah, the weak spot could be anywhere, so... My head is like, how can I find the weak spot without actually fucking the run over? And the answer probably is just don't, just play the game. Yeah, I really would like to find it, but it's probably along the edges here. So... Just thinking about this one. Maybe, just maybe, it's a good idea to look for it. Sure, we're taking another 2 damage. What I want to do here actually is just get out of the way. So we're taking 1 damage here. Oh, let's just take 0. Man, I can't imagine how lazy I am at the moment. I just don't wanna, I wanna find the weak spot to save a few clicks. I don't know why. I'm just playing really badly because of that, because I'm just basically like, what could I do to save a few seconds here? Which usually is never a great idea, right? So, man, this is getting really, really bad. Okay, we know it's on this side. I think, at least. I didn't check entirely, but I don't think the ones that already have a weak spot can turn into another one. So probably on the other side, and that means, honestly, we're just gonna take a bunch of damage because I'm too stupid to play the game. Seriously, what the fuck am I doing here? This is a great idea, I think. Yeah, and now we're taking no damage. Sure, where's the attack here? Yeah, would I say hard is hard? Depends on your build, obviously. But for most builds, I would say it's pretty easy. Yeah, table flip can be nice, but I kind of don't know about that one, to be honest. And thermal battery can be nice too, but I think I'm just gonna skip these cards, to be honest. Ah, this one's so good. Yeah, this one is like... Yeah, this one's insane. We just need one more final puzzle piece, and we're gonna be super OP. Unfortunately, we're not OP yet. We're missing actually 2 cards, which are really good. Both are Rigs cards. And as soon as we have those, I think we're gonna be fine. Should have drawn first. I really like the music. I wonder if there's also a card that takes your dodge and armor and applies it to... I mean the dodge and applies it to the next battle. That would be so OP actually, because there is no cap. So there, right, that would be OP as fuck. Now that I think about it for a second. There's no way they're gonna do that. Right. Oh, this is really important, by the way. If you think this card only can be played for 1 mana, that's not true. Actually, it's really good. You can swap as often as you want to, which is amazing. Just right click it. I didn't know that at first. I was like, yeah, it's a real downgrade. You can only enable it and not swap anymore. That's not true, right? You can swap as often as you want, which is really, really good to avoid dealing with a lot of issues you have. You can swap the cannon. So we still didn't find the weak spot. Kind of sad, to be honest. Yeah, I'm tempted to just go for a damage play here. Yeah, like I said, this is so OP. The double cannon and the weak spot together is like insane. This one is so good. Wait, Serenity B is actually... Oh my god, this one's amazing. Right, we're gonna go for the 2 elites here. I still think removing the basic shot here is gonna make our deck really clean. All the other cards I don't mind having. Since we don't have a lot of shield anyway, so our only shield gainers are pretty welcome in my opinion. Sure. The reason why I did that is just to get rid of the overhead from drawing the cards. We still have to be careful, right? This guy can also apply status effects, so... I usually want to dodge this guy entirely, but it's not going to be possible here. He's going to hit us and give us a status effect. Oh, he builds heat. That's no problem. But this is a defensive app. Well, yeah, let's just fucking play everything and let's just not think about it. Yeah, it does a lot of damage, but unfortunately we still didn't hit the weak spot. That. Does the game tell us that he's gonna build heat? See, this is what I mean, right? Now he's gonna hit us for 5. And we really need to dodge that, so having a bit of dodge ready is always good. I mean, obviously we had the shield too, but usually it's not a bad idea. Yeah, we didn't check for the weak spot at all, but who cares? Yeah, I'm just hoping, I'm still hoping for the one card, but turns out we are not getting it at all. Okay, this guy basically is only focused on defense. If you can. Everything about this guy is basically defense first, right? Because you don't want... He's gonna kill himself by applying corrode infinitely to himself, so all you have to do is basically wait it out. I don't know why I did that. It was a stupid play. Sure. Yeah, here I'm just trying to play, make a big play basically to enable us to do a lot of damage, but like I said, my primary focus here is gonna be on being defensive. Right, this is perfect. Okay, seeing this, obviously I'm gonna kill him. Right, it's like... I mean, I'm not gonna kill him maybe this turn, unfortunately. But maybe next turn, right? So. Yeah, like I said, this is so strong. Having the double cannons in the weak spot just gives you insane burst potential. Yeah, I mean, this is also a no-brainer, right? Not taking this card. This card just makes your deck objectively better. First turn 2 cards. Not that interesting to me. Hell is under half, also not that interesting. I think just drawing 2 here is better. Okay, this guy is a special case. We don't want to attack him right now, but pretty soon. He has 10 HP. We cannot one-shot him, unfortunately. Unless we hit the weak spot. So I'm just gonna be bold here and... easy. We must have hit the weak spot. Attack damage equals your missing hull. This one's kind of nice too, not gonna lie. I mean, this one is great against the shopkeeper, maybe. I don't know, but I don't want any of those. This one kind of gives me... No, I don't know. I usually want to attack the enemy directly to cancel their intent, so... Alright, this is also good. Sub-zero heat sinks. Not that relevant because we actually don't have a lot of heat reduction, just heat prevention. Yeah, let's just go for heal so we can stay topped out. Wait, what did I pick up? Wow, that's so good. Our first turn is insane. We just draw a bunch of cards and have a lot of energy. Yeah, this is like... Wait, I didn't have enough space, I think. I think you can only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought 10, maybe only 9. I don't even know if the game ever specifies how many cards you can hold, but I think it's something like 10 or so. Oh. My girlfriend called. I'm just gonna call her back. She's in the car currently on her way home from work, so just gonna mute myself for a moment here. Okay, sorry for the short interruption here. Gonna be ready any moment now. Few more seconds to go. Okay, sorry for the brief interruption. We will defeat the mean Duncan drill mining spaceship momentarily. Guys, I looked up my wishlist today and I just went through it a little bit to look for a certain game. And I swear to fucking God, there's so many games that have a lot of reviews and are above 90% recommended on Steam. So many games which speak to me, which I would like to play. It's like, it's crazy, man. I forgot how many there were. I just recently told you a little bit about the games I plan to play. And they're still there, obviously. But there is an insane amount we can play. There will never be a single day where we're gonna have to play a game that's boring, right? There are only good, interesting games that are there. And that's so funny, right? A lot of big streamers are like, oh yeah, all the good games came out at once, now there's nothing left. And I know a lot of different streamers that play certain games. And I'm just like that because I'm like, you know, I like different types of games, right? I'm a variety guy also when it comes to what I personally like, right? Not just when I play on stream. And I like so many different things that I'm basically like, even if there are no new games for 6 months or so, I would always have new games to play. So in my opinion, it's kind of weird that these streamers kind of don't know what to play sometimes when there are a billion games out there. Although, admittedly, this time around, a lot of them are like, yeah, I also don't know what to play. There are so many choices. Yeah, they're really, really insane. Yeah, so at the moment, everybody's like, we're getting overloaded with great games. And I think this is gonna... I really hope it's not gonna be a financial issue for our devs, but then there are also big hits like, what is it called? Not Phasmophobia, but the new Phasmophobia, basically. Forgot the name. But anyway, there's so many amazing games now on top of the Steam stars for the charts for this year. And didn't win Indie Game of the Year, obviously, because the awards don't know shit about gaming. Sometimes I feel so, yeah. And anyway, we have a ton of stuff to play, and we're never gonna get bored. I think, right? There's so much good stuff. And since I tend to try to finish most games these days, it takes longer than ever. I might actually also go on the route where I just try out stuff, but the reason why I tend to finish games more often these days than when I was younger is just because my selection of games is better, right? There are almost no games I buy that are complete shit and I don't want to play. Most games I play are fun and I want to continue. So it's really, really hard to justify putting them down mostly. So yeah. Obviously, by the way, I didn't talk about the price, but the G Pro in general, Superlight and Superlight 2 are really expensive mice. I think you can get comparable mice for way cheaper. So also there again, my recommendation is you shouldn't go for the expensive mice unless you really can afford it or you need it, right? Because you for whatever reason can perform the best with that, and you're a competitive player or something like that, and you maybe make money with esports, and the equipment is more important than actually saving a few bucks. But I wouldn't recommend the mouse for anyone at that price, right? It's insane, like 160 euros for a fucking mouse. Like, yeah, and I hope it lasts long, right? This one actually lasts pretty long. It's already, I think, 3 years that I have it, and it doesn't have any significant issues, which is basically what I did expect from old Logitech mice. I really have a really old I think G400 and something from years ago, like 20 years ago, still works. And then there was a period with the G Pro, basically, maybe also before that, I don't really remember, where Logitech's quality really took a huge dive, right? And it was so shit, everything was broken, the switches were ass. And I mean, they were good when they worked, but they, you know, didn't malfunction so quickly. Yeah, and so I really hope that the new G Pro Superlight is more like the Superlight 2, and even maybe more durable due to the mix of laser and mechanical switches. But whatever, we should kill that guy here. It's turn 1, there are a lot of cards on my hand, and for whatever reason, my brain is like, I don't want to play them. Yeah, let's just draw more cards here. Get rid of that one too. Shooting doesn't do anything for us. This guy, by the way, can be super dangerous, but we have a perfect ship against him, in my opinion, so we should be fine. And that's not copium, that's actually very true. And what am I doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing, I'm just playing cards without a plan. Okay, we found the weakness. But that was the plan all along. Sure. I mean, you know what? Let's just play super. We don't need the armor because we always start full shit. I'm sorry, I'm playing terribly at the moment, but it doesn't matter, right? We won't lose anyway. So we are so strong. Yeah, finding the weakness and just destroying him is basically our game plan. Oh yeah, and I also heard about, I mean, maybe I talked about it, the completionist Alzheimer fraud, which I mean, I know he has personal reasons probably, not reasons, he has personal experience with Alzheimer and family members having it. And since I'm also among these people that have family, well, had the case, Alzheimer cases in the family and dementia too, I'm kind of very I kind of suspect what the issue is. Maybe it's a big scam. Maybe also there is a different issue for that. So I don't want to judge him too soon, because he might actually just be maybe mentally unstable or something like that and have health issues. I don't know. So I'm not going to judge him at all. So I'm really not into cancel culture. But in any way, it's kind of sad that the money didn't go towards working for that really good goal, which can make the lives of a lot of people better. So I really hope, whatever the reason is, it's a good reason, right? And there can be very good reasons. You might say no matter what he did, it's scummy. It might be scummy towards the outside, but if for example, he has mental health issues or something and he just can't manage stuff or whatever, and there are really legit reasons why people procrastinate stuff, which might be unthinkable for people who don't really have an understanding for mental health issues. So I wouldn't be too quick to judge him, right? I mean, obviously he's doing stuff wrong. Something is wrong, but the reason for why it's wrong might be a bit less, you know, how you call it. And by the way, full disclosure, I almost never watched a video of him, maybe a few minutes at max, and I don't know the person at all. Don't even watch his content, so I have no context. So this is just me, you know, talking out of my ass. But it's just basically a reminder that even though there's things which are objectively already bad, right? They quote unquote deserve to be cancelled if you just look at it objectively. You should still remember there are very valid reasons why humans act in a maybe less optimal way that could not be related to them being scummy pieces of shit, right? I mean, I admit more often than not these days, scams are usually, you know, for the worst reasons, people just being shit. But yeah. And hey, Tammy Jones, everything fine on your end? Yeah, so but just what I want to say is until the facts are out, the investigations, I mean, there will be very likely there will be federal investigations going on there, because it's a lot of money and it might also be tax fraud. So we will know pretty soon what's going on. But until then, you should not attack any person online. And even then, even if they're, if they're convicted or whatever, still, be reasonable and don't, especially don't go to relatives or everything and flame them or anything, right? Just be nice and civil and always try to wait for the facts first. Of course, you're feel free to already unsubscribe, unfollow, whatever you want to do for whatever reasons, because you don't want to be affiliated with it. I get it. You can do that, but just be nice, right? And reasonable, and look maybe if they're what the outcome is before you judge, right? It's like the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, which turned out to be exactly the opposite what probably a lot of people initially expected. So basically an anti-cancel culture, how do you call it, example against it, right? It's a contradictory example. So I think it's really important to just wait for the facts, right? I mean, sometimes you have to act before the facts. There might not be time for facts. In this case, let's be real, everybody has time to wait, right? There's nobody that's actively gonna be a mistake. I don't even know what I played here. Hey, long time no see. Yeah, right. How's your stream going these days? Do you remember me? Yeah, I remember your name. Definitely, yeah. I'm really good at remembering names when I see them, but I'm really bad at remembering names when somebody tells me his name. So my brain's kind of interesting. Either I don't know the name at all, or I remember it for life, basically. So it's kind of weird. So I really need to get it in. But with Twitch and seeing the names is pretty easy. Unless you change your color, maybe then it gets more difficult. I don't know. And how are you? You're good. I'm also fine. I'm just yesterday I talked too much, so my voice is kind of done for. But otherwise, I'm really good. Yeah, a lot of good stuff happened, and not happened, right? I mean, I just don't have a lot of bad stuff happening in my life at the moment. I'm glad about that. And yeah, I don't know. It's just basically no reasons to complain on my end. I'm still very fortunate, and everything so far has panned out pretty well. I'm making a ton of misplays, by the way. Well, I mean, it is also stuff I probably shouldn't talk about on stream, but in general, everything from relationships, personal to financial stuff to just in general health stuff is getting way better for me at the moment. So yeah, historically I've talked about that on stream too. Had a little bit of issues with depression, and that really got better over the years. So I'm really kind of enjoying these things, right? A lot of health and just, stuff is going on, which is nice. Also bought a new TV I'm happy about, and just small stuff adding up to bigger things. Yeah, so just stuff like that. Yeah, but some parts of it usually I don't talk about because they're a bit private and don't only relate to myself. So yeah, but still there are also things I won't mention, but there's a lot of good stuff, basically small things just adding up, not one significant big thing basically. I mean, the one biggest significant thing maybe would be the television. Maybe is the biggest new thing physically, but it's basically not as important as maybe the other things. Yeah, and I'm also kind of glad that I mean, I would lie if I say it doesn't make me happy that some videos on YouTube at least got a few views, right, comparatively to before. So it kind of feels good to actually talk a lot and put in a bit of effort, and also get a little bit of algorithmic return from YouTube for once. So it kind of feels nice to also have a bit of more visibility than usual. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious, right? I talked about that already, that even though I don't really care too much about it, still I'm also a human being that have psychological normal psychological structures. So obviously it also impacts my happiness when I see it works, right? I'm not unhappy when it doesn't work, at least. That's great for me. But obviously I can also gain a bit of joy from seeing that it does better than usual. Yeah, so that's maybe also a thing that's kind of nice. I just wish I didn't talk so much, that my voice wasn't kind of gone today. Okay, I'm not gonna take any of these cards. Sorry for being so slow at the moment. Okay, we can go for upgrades now. We don't need to remove any card, I think. Right? No, we don't want to remove any card here. I mean, Serenity B is really good too, but I think Serenity A is actually better because we don't need card draw. We have too much card draw at the moment. Okay, sure. Let's go for additional energy. By the way, somebody commented on my my take on the Baldur's Gate 3 Game Award video on YouTube and was like, why do I judge a game I didn't play? As I disclosed in that video, I was always open about it. I don't judge any award but the visual, like, what was it called? The visual... or best art direction or something like that, right? Best visual design, right? That was the award. And I think it's fair if you watch a lot of content from a game, like hours and hours of a game, and you don't like it visually, to criticize that the game won an award, which you would have given to other games which are technologically and artistically, in my opinion, less generic and more advanced, right? So I think that's fair even if you didn't play a game. I think, yes, there is the bitrate issue. I didn't play it without a bad bitrate, basically. I didn't see it without a bad bitrate because I streamed the content, but I don't think that a little bit of additional visual clarity really would change my mind on that. I don't like the UI, I don't like the generic art direction. It's just, it doesn't look bad, right? It just doesn't look exceptional, right? And if you have a year with games like Hi-Fi Rush, a lot of different games, right? Also Cyberpunk with, I mean, it's not a new game, I don't know if it can be nominated, but Cyberpunk with the path tracing going on. Also Alan Wake 2, really cool art, visual effects, and really good tech behind it. And then giving best visual design to Baldur's Gate just is kind of, I don't know, it already has 6 awards. Why did you give it the last award also to it, right? You could be a bit more reasonable. I have no idea why they did it, to be honest. I really don't know. Maybe the judges have no idea what came out this year, but it just felt weird. So that's why basically I can judge the visuals of a game I didn't play. It's the only thing I would ever judge about a game. Maybe also audio, I don't know. But it's one of the few things, audio and visuals, I think are something that you can easily judge also by not playing games. I mean, yeah, it's not the same as experiencing the game, so maybe there might be some magical things happening then. But in 99% of the cases, I think the visuals are easy to judge if you look at gameplay from a game. So, yeah. Unless the bitrate kills it entirely, which I don't think is the case for Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's Gate has a lot of static images which don't pan, right? So the bitrate is generally very favorable when it comes to watching Baldur's Gate, in my opinion. So that's why I judged it, and if you don't like me judging visuals of a game I didn't play, that's fine by me, but I'll still do it, right? Because I think it's reasonable to do. I won't judge anything else. I won't judge the gameplay. I mean, I could look at it and say, like, doesn't look fun. I didn't never, first of all, I don't know if it looks fun or not, because I think it just doesn't speak to me. I'm still interested, right? But it's a long game in a very good year, so we might play it one day. But I'm pretty sure no matter when I play it, I'm never gonna say, oh my god, visually I'm blown away. Yeah, so I think that's the reason why I do it. And I still think it might have deserved all the other awards. I have no idea, because I didn't play it. That's what I said, basically. So, yeah, that's what was also my reply to the comment, but just interesting, right? As soon as you, quote-unquote, attack, quote-unquote, a game that is beloved, usually people become very defensive, even though I'm basic. And by the way, I'm not the only person on Reddit. I looked at the award thread where it was like a Baldur's Gate award, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people criticized this single award, right? And they were upvoted. So I'm not alone, because a lot of people were like, sure, take all your awards, but why couldn't you give this single one to a game that deserves it more? And that didn't maybe have 10 awards. I mean, that's no argument, right? The best game should get the award no matter how many it has. But still, it kind of felt like like really stupid, right? They wanted to give it, and it's not like they wanted to give it the award so it gets an award, right? Sometimes you might think there are politics where one game is really beloved by the community, but you really don't know which award you're gonna give it, and then the award doesn't really fit. In this case, that wasn't necessary, so it's kind of weird. I mean, sure, I think, didn't you already show it to me in Discord at once? I don't remember. But like I said, I don't intend to purchase any artwork at the moment, so or have any work done in that regard. So you can show me. I'm curious what you do from a personal perspective, but I don't really intend to ever. I mean, not for the foreseeable future, at least, to ever spend money on artwork or any other streaming stuff beyond physical hardware and maybe software solutions for streaming. As far as I know, you can just type !Discord. I actually don't know why my Discord suddenly doesn't... Yeah, why does my Discord do... It does abbreviate a lot of people here. Yeah, kind of weird. I don't know, Discord had an update and suddenly in full screen doesn't show the entire name anymore. That's really annoying. So I don't even know who I have in my list anymore. I can't read it. I can only see the first letter. Yeah, thanks for offering the discount, but like I said, no matter the discount or whatever, I really don't intend to buy anything at the moment in that regard. So I'm really open about that. I don't intend to buy any product related to streaming that's not a physical product, right? So the only thing I recently bought was a green screen basically, and everything else I basically either do myself or don't do it at all. Yeah. Okay, do we want to attack for Serenity here? Do we want to attack or go for Serenity? I don't know. We can cancel these shots too, so maybe the best play would just be to go over here. We have so many cards, which is kind of annoying to be honest. We just have too much here. Yeah, I accepted you. If you want to show me, just, to show me, you can show me, but you don't need to if you don't want to, right? If you feel like it's not worth your time. I don't want to waste your time. That's why I'm open about my interest in purchasing things. Yeah, that's basically just to save you time if you're only interested in promoting. So, yeah. I'm not going to assume you are, but still, just to save you time, I'm always upfront about that. I know other people are a bit more strict when it comes to that. I know that some people even might dislike people doing that, but since I really understand that being an artist and visibility and promotion is a big issue, especially if you're a small creator, so I really don't mind people who are doing it, and I respect that. But I'm always upfront about my intentions, so I always say that I don't want to purchase anything. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really important to realize that that people who do that usually, right, they might even be people that make a living of that and stuff like that. So you should always be, thoughtful of that. I get it if you're a big streamer and you don't want people to spam that in your chat. I get it. Since my chat is really chill and there's not a lot going on, I don't really mind. But of course, if there would be 1,000 people every day, sure, I would probably have to do a policy against it. But like that, I really don't mind it in general, right? And also if something's cool, right? I don't have a just chatting segment, but if people do cool stuff, right? usually I also wouldn't mind showing it, right? Because I usually like sharing cool stuff with people. But it's just like I'm really, really small, and I don't think a just chatting segment does make any sense for me, right? It's like, it would be so pointless, right? Just chatting would be basically the most useless segment we could actually have, because I usually just tend to incorporate it anyway when playing games. No, it's not kind of me, right? It kind of always sounds like I'm doing something great. It's just like my, you know, perception of what it is, right? Because I know a lot of people, when they see that, immediately they get very you know, defensive or dismissive, but I'm kind of the opposite way, which is just, you know, how I am. It's not like something I ever did a word for. It's just like basically maybe just luck, right, that I turned out that way. Because I'm pretty sure when I was a kid I wasn't that nice. I mean, I was nice, right, but I wasn't as nice as I was now in general, because I think a lot of people mistake being nice just for having basic empathy, and in my opinion, that's something I really didn't have as a kid as much, right? Empathy was something I really had to learn by living, basically. Wait, is this already the final boss? Am I just playing the final boss fight without thinking about it? Yeah, so basically, and also since I'm, you know, a believer in determinism, you can take all things that are positive about me and just, you know, shove it into I didn't do anything to get him anyway, you know, draw. But, you know, determinism is kind of mean because it basically devalues all things about your decisions. So a lot of people don't like it, right? Determinism, I get why people don't like determinism and don't like to believe in it, because it's very, very, can have very negative, dismissive, you know, ways of looking at things. Just believing that things are basically set in stone without you having any influence in it. Toward it, I mean, any, you know, reasonable influence. And yeah, it's kind of really a difficult way to difficult thing to actually accept for a lot of people, I think, because it feels really bad, right? Because you might have issues, or you might have done great things, and you really want to be the person responsible for it, right? I mean, you're physically responsible for doing it, but everything that leads you to do things is basically already determined from the get-go. So. And there is no RNG basically in decisions, and yeah, so it's kind of really, really hard to be also mad about things for me, right? I mean, of course I'd be, you know, since I'm a human being with emotions, I might be mad at certain aspects, but it doesn't mean that I can't understand people doing it, right? It's really hard for people to sometimes understand when I talk about topics like people that are pedophile or whatever, and I kind of, you know, I don't talk like they're human trash or something like that, because they aren't, right? Nobody that's pedophile actually chose to be a pedophile, right? It's a genetic disposition, and of course we have to protect our children from them. Of course we should kind of try to help them to, you know, not you know, get into situations where they will actually be detained or whatever. And I think it's really, really important, right? But I still think they are not responsible for their disposition. You should not hate on them for being that, and everybody that's open about it actually helps you protect yourself from them. So by being more open towards the issue, you can actually help by making it easier for people to actually come out and talk about the issue, right? And yeah, so I think, you know, these things are just basically just rational thoughts from my side. It's not like a personal, subjective, emotional take on things, right? So sometimes they might seem a bit cold and too rational, but, you know, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard for a lot of people to rationalize about these things, and I just know I can really easily relate my emotion. You know, when discussing things, I can easily put a difference between my emotions and what I rationally want to talk about. So sometimes I might come across as colder than you might expect, but in general, it's just from a rational perspective, right? I don't put my emotions behind it. I mean, obviously, there are a lot of things which are really terrible and you could feel really bad about all day, but I tend to try to, when I talk about these topics, just to talk about them from a rational perspective. So, okay, can I take a quick nap in here? No one has asked that before, but yes, you may. Thanks, boss. How long do you wish to nap? Lab well level 1. Okay, so we are basically at the end now, and we're gonna get the final memory here. I don't know what's gonna happen. Really curious to see what's gonna go on here. Begin recording. Work on the core continues, but the question we started with remain unanswered. I haven't told you the rest of the crew. I told the rest of the crew about the contingency plan. They don't need to know, and it will only... Hey, are you doing a ship's log? Dizzy. Hi. Yes, I'm making a log entry. Cool. Keep going. I can't. You're making me nervous. Sorry I was hanging out on the other deck, but actually, this huge weird ship with just 4 of us on it is super creepy. I don't like it either. So I figured I'd come hang out on the bridge with you for protection. In case there's like ghosts. Protection? Do you think my laser rifle works against ghosts? I figured it might have like a ghost setting. It doesn't. But yeah, stay up here. There's plenty of bunks. Sweet, I go get all my stuff. And for the record, I'm not scared. Together, we simply provide an elevated threat profile in a variety of tactical... absolutely, definitely. Okay, so this is the last memory. And now we can go for what? Future memory? A concept that shouldn't exist. Because if the future memory exists, isn't it the past? User cat login root. Access granted. Beep bop. I'm online. Wake up everyone. Wake up everyone. Where is everyone? I still suspect her being the final character you can play, but I might be wrong about that. Oh, it's time. Yo, we are actually playing the boss against them? Really? Wait, we only have one thing we can do here. I mean, he has 1 HP. G2 is 72 Artemis. Do we want to kill them? I kind of get the feeling we just want to play defensively here. Right, let's just play a defense here. I don't think we can actually do anything against this. When the ship should lose all its health, instead something else will happen. I mean, do we want to kill it? Because the way this is set up, we're gonna lose anyway, right? We can shoot just every single round. Whoa, Dizzy. Gotta break him out. Wait, really? Wait, so we have to shoot the cockpit now. Okay, that's interesting. But are we gonna break him out no matter where we hit? Interesting. I don't want to destroy the ship, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer here. Until we can only hit the cryo cockpit. But I don't think that really matters, but I'm just gonna go for it anyway. Yeah, now we can try to free him again. Actually, I don't think that's gonna work, to be honest. I think it doesn't matter where we hit him. Yeah, it didn't really matter. Is he? Hey, wake up. I'm awake. What's going on? Are we aboard the Cobalt? Yes, buckle up. Wait, we took a lot of damage. Wait, what the fuck? We've got a... Wait. Now we have 2 enemy... Wait, that's really cool. It just dodged the way. Oh, are we powering up the ship? We shouldn't have taken all the damage, right? This was a big mistake. What we're gonna do here is we're just gonna shield up until we are ready. He does deal 3 damage, which is not great. Yeah, so I think we made a big mistake here. Never mind. Easy. Yo, Riggs. Coffee, please. Yo, grab a seat. This isn't a normal loop, huh? It's not. It's the last one. Okay, so we are in the last loop. Interesting. And we might have fucked up already. Yo, never mind. Oh, shit. Wait, he's gonna miss here. That's nice. So we're gonna unlock all the crew members. Huh? The Cobalt? Perry? I think we're getting out of the loop. We are. What makes this try different? The timelines. We reconnected them. Yo, he has his drones. Okay, this one is kind of a bit more dangerous. I mean, he's only hitting for us for 2, so we should be fine. Yo, our damage is really good. Why does Cat look weird? Because I can't hold on to this for much longer. That voice. You're the egg. The voice, the void creature. The void creature? I'm kind of curious about. I mean, obviously something's glitching here since the beginning, so. I mean, wait. If we use the missile bay, I kind of don't know what's the best play here. Do we just want to be defensive about it? Or do we want to try to destroy everything here? I hope we make it, because I really played badly at the start. Headache. What are you doing to the time stream now? I'm leaving it. And I'm ending it. Ending it? What about the rest of us? Can we survive that? I can leave without all of you. You're the first people I've ever met. I love you guys. Really? Dude. Kinda doubt she's telling the truth, but nah. Sure. Hey, War, Cat B skin unlocked. Really? Dork. Is this the extremely cool thing I was promised? Absolutely. Oh, there she is. Cat, the ship's computer, not normally a pilot, but it's a bit of an emergency. Where's everyone else? Right. So, I was there from the get-go. Right, we're missing stuff here. I mean, you won't hit us, so fine. Wait, we shouldn't destroy the mines, but I think using this should win before we destroy them. Books. Oh, I am. I'm a big fan. I thought you might want to see this. Oh, it's happening? Yeah. Is that everyone? That's everyone. Let's go. Not yet. We're missing someone. You want to save her too? Really? Yeah. Fine. Really? Oh, baby. Wait, are we missing... Are we gonna save the other rigs? Wait, this is cool. But I really have to be careful about shooting here. I mean, I think this fight is laid out in a way that it's easy to win it, but... Hey, thanks. Just let loose, this is the end. I hope so. Everything fine on your end? Huh? Hey, we're getting out. Congratulations. Have fun out there together. That's an option? Yeah. Something will go wrong. One of us will vaporize, the other instantly when we're out. I don't know, maybe you're twins or something. I'm willing to risk it if you are. Fine. But what about all the other characters? Catch. Oh, turn into an amulet. War. I think I'm both of us. It worked. I have her memories. We're good to go. Okay, now we have a lot of different options here. I mean, this is fucking shoot, right? I don't think it really matters. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know, I'm just pressing buttons, right? I'm not thinking at all. I think it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna press every single button we can and not think about it. Interesting. And this is the end. This is the boundary between the space-time and the one you came from. Oh wow, every single sensor is going absolutely crazy. Yo, wait, that's cheating. It's drawing an unbelievable amount of energy from somewhere. Plan? Shoot, I assume. The boundary will be destroyed. We will not be stopped. Cat? Wait, they don't have double-digit numbers, right, for the attacks? It matters if you missed the whole time. Yeah, maybe it does. I don't know. At the start, we took so much damage because we thought we had to shoot the cryopod maybe specifically and didn't want to shoot the ship immediately. So we took like, I don't know, 5-6 damage for no reason. If you're gonna go do something, it's now or never. I know they might actually go double-digit. I never saw it because I think on this difficulty, I can't remember if I ever saw a double-digit number. Use the power of friendship. Why do you think I brought you all here? Wait, do we actually need to fight him now? Wait, attack damage equals your missing hull. How much HP do you have? 36. This is a significant amount of damage, but we only have one. Oh wait, we can only play the first card here. Card color in your hand. Wait, this is already the win button. Never mind. Okay, the game is just baiting me. And I also had four or five cannons, so it didn't really matter. Did I mention like the color gradient on the font? Hey, a game from Rocket Rat Games. John Guerra and Ben Driscoll. And music by Aaron. Okay, so they made it out. Yeah, usually we talk about final thoughts when finishing a game. I like the game, obviously. I played like for 33 hours. Mostly played on hard, I think. So I would say like 95% on hard, maybe 1 or 2 runs on the normal difficulty. Never tried the higher difficulties, just in interest of time, basically, because I was interested in the story and wanted to unlock the memories. And yeah, so I thought, why slow it down? But I think if you want to spend more time with the game, I would advise probably picking a higher difficulty than hard if you, play the game on for quite some time. It gets kind of easy on hard, so I guess going for a higher difficulty is probably going to be a good idea. But if you have a lot of different games you want to play or don't have a lot of time, I think it is it is not bad to play the entire game on hard. I think it's an okay challenge. Basically, you can't completely misplay, but it's very lenient when it comes to mistakes. So I think hard is a very casual difficulty, but still, not not too easy to make it boring or anything. Mods are coming, lots of replayability still. Yeah, I think basically if you want to replay the game a lot, I think there are a lot of options. I'm also still missing one character. And as you can see by the stat screen we're going to see probably right now, I'm going to continue here. I didn't unlock a lot of cards, but that mostly is due to me not picking quote-unquote bad cards, right? So I tend to pick the cards which are more interesting to me. And sometimes that just means I won't pick the card ever. So a lot of these cards are basically just me being a bit more focused towards certain builds. And what I would like in that respect is probably maybe a marker on the cards that tells you that you never picked it. So you can actually go for completion that way a bit more. But since I kind of know which ones I never picked, I could go for that too. And obviously, yeah, sure, there are higher difficulties. In general, I like the simplicity of the gameplay, right? It was well designed, fun. Maybe not as deep as a, maybe not as deep maybe as FTL or Slay the Spire or something like that, but I don't think the game tries to be, right? What they could have easily done is just add a currency system, a shop, right, and make it a bit more complex in that regard, but I really like that they didn't, right? It makes the game a bit different and more approachable and also cleaner. And that isn't to say that having a shop and currency and stuff like that is bad inherently. And I think it would have helped, of course, if you want to play for 1,000 hours. I think the more complex, the better, right? Basically, when it comes to that. But for the people that just want to have a good time and play the game without caring about hundreds of hours of gameplay, I think it is definitely a good choice in that way. It's maybe a bit like comparing Into the Breach with. But no, it's also a bit more common. Into the Breach is also a bit more simplistic, maybe, in its design in some ways. And also, actually, FTL is not that complex, right? FTL, as far as I know, as far as I remember, didn't have super complex, diversity when it comes to building your ship or something like that. It just had a lot of different random events. By the way, FTL 2, I think it's coming, maybe. There is a marked mod. What does the marked mod do? Yeah, of course, if it's moddable too, I mean, it's on PC, so usually it tends to be quite moddable. There will also be probably a lot of community content. I mean, a lot, relative to the people playing it, obviously. And in general, I think it is definitely a wholehearted recommendation on my end, right? I enjoyed it really much, and it really depends on what type of player you are. If you're really interested in super complex games and you really like the theory crafting behind FTL or whatever, not FTL, Slay the Spire, or the other more complex deck builders basically, then probably maybe not the main focus of the game, so maybe a bit less interesting in that regard. But if you're really interested in just a fluid gameplay experience, and fun, story and character interactions and, cute art style and everything. It's a really good game. Yeah, definitely among the best deck building games I've played so far. From an overall enjoyment perspective, right? Because I don't rate my enjoyment based on the depth of the game, right? You can make every single game super complex and deep for no fun gain reason. Yeah. So did I like it better than Slay the Spire? I mean, the art is like, in my opinion, 10 billion times better, just because I really think this has a very cool visual art style, cute. It's just cute and nice to look at, and I think the weakest part of Slay the Spire is the art style. The core gameplay of Slay the Spire, I mean, I really like Slay the Spire, but I wouldn't call it my favorite deck building game, because just I think it's, for whatever reason, it really never got as much traction with me than, for example, Monster Train. I really like Monster Train more. But this game, really amazing art. Do you like it better than Wild Frost, right? Wild Frost is the next comparison I could think of, which is a little bit more complex in my opinion, right? Wild Frost is like just a slightly more complex game, but also has really cool art style. That's really hard to tell, actually. I think I like the story and the way it's presented here way more. But I actually might like the depth of the gameplay from Wild Frost just a little bit more. I think Wild Frost gave me a little bit more of a mental challenge, basically. But not because I think even if you crank up the difficulty here, I still think it wouldn't change too much about the optimal decision making. It just would make you more relevant. But in Wild Frost, I felt like it was very, very much focused around being a very tight game, right? A lot of people complained it was too difficult or whatever, and the devs even said they're going to add an easy mode. I never tried it, but I thought it was very well balanced. So from a gameplay perspective, I just might like Wild Frost a little bit more, but from just the, I mean, I like both games, right? They're both amazing games. But from the art style, and not art style, from the storytelling perspective and character interactions, I really like this game more. So it's kind of, both games are great, but slightly different. If you like a bit more hardcore, Wild Frost. If you like a bit more casual, at least historically, this game. Mark's artifact cards you haven't seen. Oh, right, that's cool. Yeah, because that's usually a feature I like in games that have a tracker for the stuff you've unlocked, which we didn't see, unfortunately, just now. Okay, so it is Cass, so we don't need to actually beat the shopkeeper and get her on our side. One thing about the story I actually might not like, and that's a very subtle thing, is you meet a lot of likable characters in the world, right? For example, the knight guy, for Sir whatever, I forgot his name. I'm bad with names. And you don't seem to free these people, but maybe that's because they are not, but they seem to be in a loop as well, right? They remember us. So we don't care about those people and just leave them behind, which is kind of weird, but I don't know, maybe they weren't in danger because they weren't close enough to the origin of the problem or whatever. I just guess maybe the story was that Riggs split into 2 parts or something like that. And yeah. So I'm not so sure about that one, why they were all left behind, but maybe they weren't left behind, we just escaped and they will still be there anyway. Yeah. And I don't know how much the game actually details these things, because I tend to I do pay attention to the story, obviously, but I'm not like super minute like Sherlock Holmes putting the dots together, right? So I might miss some obvious things there. Okay, sure, we're gonna try out the cat. I mean, obviously we have to, right? I don't know how long I'm gonna be keep going here though, because my girlfriend gonna be home, and should call her my partner. I don't even know, because we're living together since almost 15. I mean, no, a bit more than 14 years, right? But almost 15 years. So I should probably not just call her girlfriend. That sounds always a bit, I mean, not devaluing, right? She is my girlfriend technically, but we live together, and like, I don't know how to put more value on the relationship then, because a girlfriend could be somebody you just met like 2 weeks ago, right? So maybe partner is better, I don't know. Okay, and somebody called me, but it was just a misclick. I think we're gonna play as Cat. Can we play as Cat only? No, we can't. Since our plan is to defeat the shopkeeper, and I suspect that playing Ares and Isaac might be the key to victory, just because you can get the drone blocking ability and asteroids. So I think that might work, so I'm just gonna go for Isaac. And since we can't dodge, I'm gonna go for Dizzy. Oh wait, we wanted to go for parry for the damage. So my idea is basically block with Isaac, DPS with parry, and yeah, that's my strat. And I don't know what Cat does. The ship's computer, her cards summon other characters' cards and dabble in every mechanic. She might not be, she might not help with that goal, but we're just gonna take her anyway. Am I gonna go for hardest here? No, I'm gonna play one more on hard, obviously, because I don't know the harder difficulties. But we're gonna try a hardest run, obviously, right? We have to at some point, because I can't judge the difficulty of the game without also trying the harder difficulties. So we're gonna go for a harder run too, I guess. But first, I'm gonna go for a hard run where I try to kill the shopkeeper with the Ares and this build. So the entire goal of this run is gonna be killing the shopkeeper and getting to know Cat, obviously. Yeah, let's go for the upgrade. I mean, removing is also really good, and I think I should actually do that because it usually tends to take the default cards, and just we could just infinitely reroll to get it better, but it doesn't really matter. This run's gotta be what? I couldn't read it. Shit. Yeah, usually I'm a bit slow when it comes to it. Because I'm close to my screen, right? The distance between here and there is pretty big, so it's kind of not in my line of sight directly, bit off at the edge of my field of vision. Sure. Right, we don't have dodge, so we have to play differently. This might actually be more difficult. Don't ask. Don't even fucking ask where I did that. Completely pointless. Oh man, King's been dethroned. Wait, break axe, max axe. Add 1 of 2 discount temporary cards to your hand. Okay, that's really interesting. I mean, sure, let's go with this one. Oh, okay, that's cool. It's gonna remain for the entirety of the combat. I thought there were maybe cards exhaust cards, but they're not. That's cool. I mean, sure, I'm just gonna take these. Yeah, I get the feeling that Cat is pretty good. Just getting these 2 cards discounted here is already really good. We should have played that. Oh, it has Magna, never mind. And we can't move, which is bad. Yeah, I didn't play with the shield for quite some time, so it might be a bit janky here. We should have swapped. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Super concentrated now. Yeah, we should dodge that one for sure. Like I said, I don't know what's going on here. My brain just stopped caring about any decision I make. It's probably because I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm not proud of my plays. Okay, I admit it. But it doesn't seem to matter, we're still winning, which is perfectly fine. But we shouldn't do that, because the goal is basically to play the shopkeeper perfectly so we win. It's also a bit of RNG, obviously. Wait, Max or Riggs? I mean, Riggs cards can be amazing, right? And we don't have movement, so sure. Are you a P-Cat? I wonder. I mean, it makes your deck very inconsistent, but I don't even know if that matters because they all synergize kind of well together anyway. Yeah, later on this is going to be what we're going to do, but which card is important here? We're ready for 0? Wow. Oh, but only the first time, or what? Oh, okay, so... more stuff to select from is kind of nice. But I don't think I'm gonna do that, actually. I'm still gonna go for the... That was a mistake. We should have gone for the bubble. We want to kill the shopkeeper and not... Ah, shit. No. Sure, let's go for the Riggs cards here. They're not permanently discounted, so... Wait, does Scramble cost 2 normally? Kind of confused. Interesting. So we could get it back for whatever reason, but I like the security system. It's a good card. Sure, let's put a drone here. This too. I'm so used to playing the other deck that my brain is like, what's going on? Why do I have to think? Which is not a good thing. I mean, it's not a good thing for my brain, right? Let's play this one. But they're already discounted when you pick them, right? So this one is like... Okay, that's pretty cool. Right, Drake has fire heat attacks, kind of makes sense. Really? In German you can't say it makes sense? Oh, that's interesting. So I have the... I do it wrong when I speak German. Perfect. Just was curious about that. Okay, yeah, like I said, focus on... we are gonna focus on defense first here. I don't know if Cat is that. Now that I know it's not a permanent discount, I'm kind of not that hype anymore. I think she has a lot of potential because you can do synergies which would be otherwise impossible, obviously. But I don't know, on a, you know, from a noob perspective, if she is an easy character to just play to get in shopkeeper kill, which is our goal at the moment. So. Yeah, sure, we're just gonna block an infinite amount here. Yeah, it looks like we're not gonna finish the run in time, unfortunately. Small border. Wait. What? Isn't that really dumb? Because doesn't she only have these cards? Right? We don't have anything else, right? So this is basically select one of the other characters you want at the moment and then pick them instead. I mean, sure, I guess. Why not? Yeah, usually I would obviously take a different card here, but I mean artifact. But I think this one, should we survive turn 1 against the shopkeeper, this might be pretty good. So we're just gonna take this one instead. Going down here looks kind of nice. Yeah, I love it too. That's the plan. Oh my god, a cat. Yeah, how does this work? Wait, what? There is this card here, which is really good. We never saw that one. Recursion headache. Wow, we're getting all the cards we usually never play. Yo, that sucks ass. Infinite. Sure. We never played this card, so maybe this is the way we're gonna unlock everything, by the way. I mean, at least not the artifacts, but the cards. If they count, right? If having these cards on hand counts as discovering them, we're gonna unlock a lot of cards now. Which might be really cool. What does infinite even mean? Wait, oh, we discarded its... Ah, right, it discarded itself, right? Oh, I get it. I shouldn't have moved to attack. No. Why can't I EMP slug him? Add 1 of 2 discount temp bricks cards. Yo, that's cool. Just gotta be careful here. We should destroy this, but we can. But it only does 2 damage, so should we do that or not? 2 damage is nothing, so... So does it? I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? Why is there infinite on it? Maybe I didn't understand that keyword yet. Maybe it's just unlucky that it discards itself. Jack of all trades. I mean, not bad, but also not great, to be honest. And I was thinking about the shopkeeper, right? Yeah, these are really good, actually. Yeah, that is one of the cards you can use to survive a turn against them. Why did I go there? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Temp shield +1 for every time. Ever played? Really? Wait, that's something I'm not gonna touch, but this one sounds like could also help us with a turn. A new file. Yeah, that's also cool, I guess, could also help us survive. Yeah, but this one's basically my idea, right? So just do this and you're gonna get hit for a maximum of 1 of these and you're probably able to survive it. And we can also attack out of this position, but we need the one, I don't know, probably it's not gonna work actually. I didn't think it through. I think the next time we are in front of the shopkeeper we should actually use our brain and try to figure out which cards could work instead of just hoping. Oh, that is only for 1 turn. Oh. Wait, that's kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know if that's smart or not, but it's gonna get more and more shield. I mean, this is not bad. Why not, right? Actually, it is kind of bad. Never mind. Yo, this one kind of looks nice too. Oh, I think my girlfriend's coming home. I think it's her car. Sure. We kinda should go for defense still. Okay, this is trash. Shield. Oh, I should have shot first. I don't even know what am I thinking, man? I could have toggled the cannon even. Oh my god. These are really bad plays. I think we can just play it anyway, just because. Why would I do that? Oh my god. I'm sorry. My brain's already eating. I'm already. It's already dinner time for me. What am I doing? I just press on continue. Didn't we have anything we could play? Okay, this is throwing hard. I admit it. Yeah, that's give me some shield, man. I really need it. I'm in serious need. Yo, bro, can you please dodge? Thank you. Like, what am I doing? This was the round we could have killed him, right? I would have to do some weird play to make it happen. I'm sorry. The concentration is kinda not there. Repair. I mean, usually I would say that makes our chances worse against the shopkeeper. And that's probably true, I guess. I think you know what's better, actually. I know it's not, because you can't stack infinite shield. I was just like, why not stack infinite shield and get the artifact that keeps the shield between turns, but that's a terrible idea. But nah, just... I mean... this one is... could be, nah, I don't know, it's gonna be terrible. I'm playing like a complete idiot here. Oh right, we have the stun thing. Forgot about that. That's really cool. This is kind of funny. You can just go and select an infinite amount. Sure. Guys, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I have nothing to say for myself here. Like, fuck me, man. Like seriously, what the fuck is going on with my head? Yeah, come on, seriously. I guess I just wanted to end the run just in time for food, right? Obviously, because the doorbell is gonna ring any moment, and obviously that's the reason I'm completely misplaying everything, and not because my brain has decided to not care anymore. Jesus Christ. Okay, this deck is kind of terrible. I think now I know what the cat is about, and I think she's great, but she might not be what I need for the shopkeeper. I think I'm just thinking about which card is better. I think Isaac is really good. Yeah, that's just I mean, you know, this is fucked anyway, so I'm just gonna get ourselves killed here quickly. I'm sorry for the throw here. Hell? No, hello. Okay, so that was absolutely terrible. So we got all memories. We don't have all map events. Actually, quite a few missing here. And we didn't find all the cards yet and all the artifacts. So there's something missing here. Okay, let's think about this. I think going for movement is irrelevant unless you really want to do a strafe move, but that takes at least 2 turns to set up. So my idea is still parry Isaac, and to facilitate their interactions, I would say Max could be really good because he can actually play a card that costs 3 mana for 1. Yeah, so actually Max might be kind of nice. Or we go for Dizzy and just hope that we get a fuck ton of shield and don't get instantly destroyed. I'm just gonna go with this. I know it might not be perfect. And the other guy might be better, but whatever. See, usually I would pick these two, but since we need more HP to survive, I'm just gonna pick this one. Okay, we started a run. I don't even know why. We're gonna have to quit out in like 2 minutes or so. Again, why am I making these plays? This, I want to play this, but I should play it first, right? Like, this is completely meaningless. Sure, defense first, as always. Okay, we're gonna get a hit for 2. I really gotta get used to getting hit again, because I'm so used to dodging that every time I get hit, I'm like, oh no, misplay, but it's actually not a misplay because we have a lot of stuff going on here. Again, misplay. Okay, am I gonna say every time I do a misplay? No. Or we wouldn't say anything else anymore. Right, we have full we have full shield too. Sure, whatever. What's important is that we get good cards, right? Yeah, this one could be huge, but unfortunately it is very slow. But it's still very good. Even though it is very slow. There are 2 elites over here, so we're gonna go there. Yeah, go and use the trash can here. Okay, which card is quintessential for us at the moment? I think this one actually could be very important. Maybe, I don't know if we're gonna live. I mean, I'm just spitballing here, I have no idea. Maybe movement was the way. Wait, I think I can look up the damage numbers from the shopkeeper for a lower difficulty easily, because Northern Lion had a thumbnail featuring the shopkeeper. Wait, that's him and Dan Giesing playing Fortnite from years ago. Wait. He has a thumbnail featuring the shopkeeper. Interesting. So at the edge of the screen, the ship does way less damage. So dodging isn't that bad. Dodging might actually be really good. So we should have maybe picked our default. Maybe. Sure, we can just go without shield next time. Let's see about that. But for now, we're just gonna play here and chill. Wait, huge brain again. Brain MVP. I think we should still play the very evasive card if we can. It's kind of cool to have shield again, to be honest. Kind of a good mechanic. Always forget about him shooting back. We're just lucky we had a lot of shield. Oh my god, I thought the car was... Like I said, it's time to eat, and everything we do here is basically just throwing. Okay, acid cannon. Very slow card, doesn't do what we need it to do. Usually I like this card, right? I really like acid cannon. But I think it doesn't help us at the moment. This one actually might help us. Oh, this could give us a lot of movement speed turn 1 too. Interesting. Yeah, interesting cards here. Yeah, this one could be cool just to get a bit of movement. Oh, that's really huge too. Yeah, the stun is actually so good. There's such good cards here. I'm gonna go with this one. It might increase our survivability slightly. Oh my god, he's woke. Because even if you play it only once, it's already an amazing card. Sure. Yeah, we don't even need to play it, to be honest. It's kind of irrelevant, but we don't have anything else to play, so let's just play it. Yeah, what are we lacking at the moment? I mean, obviously damage, right? Damage is kind of not that great. Sure, this is a good moment just to get a lot of mobility here. Unfortunately, we drew it again. Yeah, I would have preferred the shield here, kinda. But then again, we can... Oh my god, this synergy is so cool. Just get 5 shield, get 5 movement, that's nice. I mean, it's not as OP as other stuff, but still a good synergy. Sure, whatever. Yeah, I don't think we need that for defeating him. Oh. It does only 1 damage, so at 1, 2, 3, 4 damage per attack. Not that great, actually. Nah, I don't think it's good enough, to be honest. Yeah, we should use the cancel more. I'm not thinking about it at all. Yeah, this guy can be really dangerous if you can't dodge. Getting a bit ridiculous that we can never actually attack his weak spot. I'm not used to being this immobile, but Dizzy probably just, you know, forces that. Sure. I mean, going for the movement here is a no-brainer. Yeah, let's just go full movement here. Since we have a lot of shield anyway. My brain is like, I always want to attack, right? It's like, I don't want to do nothing, but it feels like doing nothing sometimes is the best play here. Our damage is like abysmal. I don't know, man. It's so terrible. Yeah, our damage is terrible. I mean, this could be really, really good and really important. Really? Oh, that could be cool too, but I think this one's really good because it's gonna help us with getting the combo we need. Yeah, I think this one's also kind of okay. A bit late maybe, but... It feels so bad to do nothing. But I still think it's the right play here. Wait. Do I want to get hit by this? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Yeah, winnable. We should have played that completely differently, but who cares? Okay, we're still getting hit for a lot of damage here. He's almost dead, right? So who cares? Just need to draw one attack and easy. Add a wave beam. Nope. Flexion. Not the worst card ever, but... I'm kind of worried about removing these cards here, but... Wait, what does Converter do when you upgrade it? Because it's already pretty good. For 0? Oh, and this is just like that. Oh, interesting. This actually might be not worth it at all, but this one could be worth it because it's just basically 0 mana. Which is kind of nice. But I still think removing cards is better for us. Sure, yeah. I mean, we still take 0 damage, so... Yeah, our damage is gonna be a real issue, so this is gonna take like 500 years. I think she's not getting a parking lot, by the way. It's always a bit annoying. Oh no, never mind. She should be here quite soon. Is pawn the most OP piece in the game? Checkmate showdown. I wonder, is it? It's kind of interesting that Northern Lion played bowling and chess in his youth on a pretty okay level, and that there are actually still a lot of games coming out that use bowling and chess. It's kind of funny. I mean, obviously, since I did a lot of martial arts, they also kind of are relevant in games, I guess. But I don't know, it's just like bowling and chess is such a weird combination for hobbies for me. I mean, not that I never played both of them or that I don't enjoy them. It's just like I never would have thought of bowling as a thing I would do more than every now and then to enjoy myself casually. Yeah, and chess, I don't know, chess always was something like, I enjoyed playing it, but it never really hooked me, right? It never was something like I said, oh my god, chess is amazing, I only want to play chess from now on. It was more like, yeah, chess is fun, right? It's cool. And that's it. Yeah, we're never playing the energy card, but it's not for now, right? It's more for later. And this is really cool. We can just play this card here, get movement, and just get back full shields immediately, which is really strong in my opinion. Actually, it's insanely strong. Yeah, it's probably really, really good. We can also not cancel anything here. That was kind of a misplay. Man, this is so slow. I'm not used to doing 0 damage anymore. So you might be wondering, how are you gonna kill the shopkeeper? Basically, I'm gambling. I'm really hoping for one card, and that's like retaliate, right? No, is it called parry? Retaliate? I don't know. That's the only card that I think will do enough damage for to really matter. And if we don't get it, I think we're fucked. So this is basically pure RNG in my opinion. Sure. It's gonna deal 4 damage, which is fine. We still have a lot of movement, so who needs that? Or we can just go for the dodge here. Why not? Sure. We should just play the energy card. There's no reason not to. Yeah, we seriously are dealing 0 damage here. And then again, it will be almost impossible to kill us too, so we have a lot of time. But that's what I meant, right? I don't want to play this deck 20 times or something like that. It's going to take fucking forever, so that's why I opted to use towards the end a deck that worked well to get the last memories, so I don't really have to spend an insane amount of time grinding decks which are super slow. Get the story. Because this deck basically, I think, it is okay to play, you know, once in a while, but it's so slow that I kind of would get bored after a while. Like, holy shit. We should upgrade the drone. I forgot what I didn't do. I should upgrade the drone. The drone is our main DPS at the moment. Our main damage. So, yeah, getting the drone would have been huge. In general, upgrading any card that does damage would be probably really smart if we don't want to wait 100 years. Okay, let's just do this way. Okay, so only 2 spaces is almost irrelevant, but could be relevant against the boss. I'm just thinking about this for a moment. Since he attacks every single row, what does it mean to move it 2 spaces further? would decrease his main damage by quite a bit. So this could actually be a card that helps us survive a turn. But it doesn't feel like it's amazing. I know this sounds weird, but I think we still need to gamble here. This is really good. First turn is everything, right? Also really interesting. I mean, this helps us survive the first turn, basically. And this one could be even more important. Okay, my girlfriend's there. Wait, can you actually save and exit? You can. That's cool. Okay, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow probably. Like I said, gonna eat now, and later on we're gonna play maybe a little bit of co-op or something like that. Yeah, and tomorrow probably maybe a bit more Cobalt core. I don't know, maybe more Cyberpunk. I have no idea actually, but good games hopefully. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching as always. Bye bye.